Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back. It's that time once again for the Dokkan early stream. Today is the last day of stream normalcy, I guess you could say, before everyone's favorite game mode comes back tomorrow, and we begin our World Tournament weekend special event. It is on the schedule, which has been posted on the YouTube community tab and in the Discord, of course. It will be business as usual tomorrow and Saturday, where we start at 4 PM UK time. Sunday will be slightly different because I have like a family thing to go to, which starts early-ish in the day, but I'm not 100% sure like when I'll be home. So I will still be doing some World Tournament stuff on Sunday. Just as of yet, I'm not 100% sure when that will start. But tomorrow, Friday, day one of the tournament, will be kicking off as normal. Like I say, 4 PM UK time. But yeah, how are you guys all doing today? We've got Thomas, Drace, Mia in the chat. Shout out to anyone else. Shout out to all the lurkers, of course. Hope everyone is doing well on this Thursday morning. Late Thursday night for some of you, I know. Yeah, get our dailies done here. I wanted to try out, I mentioned it in yesterday's video with the Rose and Zamasu event. I wanted to try out Trunks against Gohan, Goten and Trunks. Just because I think Trunks might be okay in that event, maybe. Because like he can dodge Goten and Trunks, and he's got type advantage against Gohan. So, and since we know Gohan always supers in slot 1. You know what's crazy? I didn't actually mention it in that video yesterday, but the video for the Trunks EZA versus Rose and Zamasu, I had to do that video on the private server because there were literally no Gohan, Goten and Trunks friends. It's funny seeing the comments on Toon's video about the 11th anniversary ticket chest. Oh, what did it? Is it all just people who, like me, weren't paying attention and missed it?
I'll handle this.
Oh, is it? I see. Is it this? I was just having a quick look in the sub feed thing. That they did not mess up again. We just lack reading comprehension skills. Yeah. Some of that. Misread the events at full power. I only spent one ticket to get 7 stones. Yeah, I didn't. I waited because I was Yeah, it's the we part. I mean, the thing is, it is almost like it happens so much all the time that like I think it's absolutely fair enough to just say we, because it happens all the time. And then every single person that does know is going to be like, oh, well, it doesn't include me, but that person probably at some point has also misread something or not read something, just wasn't that specific thing. Grinding Stones for 11th anniversary, I'm at 745, nice. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, the joke won't die because it just keeps happening. The problem is, I'm not sure what team, like, because the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks team just isn't good for this event. And this team is not good in general.
I'll handle this.
Does this stage have infinite attempts? I don't remember. But I mean, like, this is an unusable starting rotation against this event. We just instantly die. I don't know why, but World Tournament always happens to me when I'm about to go on vacation. Yeah, the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure it was a different weekend last year, like not the exact same day. But this exact same thing happened, it was either last year or the year before, where this, like, basically it's the same thing, this, like, family, like, meet-up that I'm going to, happened on the weekend that there was a World Tournament. And I don't think it was even the same date, so it's not like the World Tournament is the same weekend this year and it's the same weekend I do my family thing, because it's slightly earlier this year. Just because it was the only time we'd all be available. And yeah, like, it's the World Tournament weekend again. Alright, so we're going to try out Trunks Easy A against this Gohan, Goten, and Trunks event. The problem is, even though, like, Goku would be normally our go-to slot 1 unit, he can't dodge against Gohan. So I don't know if does he actually even tank like Gohan Super on the first turn? I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, Trunks can dodge Goten and Trunks. And the fact that Gohan basically always supers in slot 1 means that if we don't put Trunks in slot 1, then it's fine. Okay, 94k. That's not bad. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe, the one that was on New Year's. I can't remember 100%, to be honest. Okay, so Trunks going to get some supers off. And then ideally, it looks like Goten and Trunks aren't attacking in slot 3, which means they're going to super... Oh no, they are. I was hidden behind all the Gohan attacks. Okay, well, he got quite a lot of attacks off, so he's got, what, like 90% dodge at this point? Yo, Tala, how's it going? But yes, ready and excited for the World Tournament. Special weekend event starting tomorrow. The World Tournament subathon. If we hit all the goals on day 1, it means we'll be grinding for 8 hours of World Tournament goodness tomorrow. I'm assuming, like, post-supering, especially on the first turn where he has extra damage reduction and stuff, that Goku will be able to tank them here. But yeah, how you doing today, Tala? Well, technically he could dodge them as well, but his dodge chance is very low. But he took double-digit damage basically, so that's fine. It's the whole, like, not being able to dodge Gohan makes so many characters just not good in this event specifically. Yeah, Big TX, how's it going? Yeah, World Tournament, baby. Everyone's excited. Why wouldn't they be? It's everyone's favourite game mode. Back in action once again. But yeah, we're expecting the Part 2 LR to drop around the 15th, so I think this early in terms of today, the only thing we could maybe see is like a teaser, but if anything, I'd be expecting the actual reveal or like the details to get posted over the weekend. Which will be interesting to have that stuff come out like during the World Tournament. Damn, 710k, okay. But I just don't know. This is the other reason why this Trunks EZA is so bad. It's like, I don't even know how we use them in this event properly when we just don't have like any good slot 1 units on this team. And that's the crazy thing, is it's not like this team doesn't have good slot 1 units, but the dodge is disabled, so I mean, I guess we can put the gods on there instead of you. I always forget that they are on Fused Fighters. Yeah, Game Awards tonight. It's on at like midnight, like my time though, so.
I'll handle this.
Yeah, see, this is just like an unplayable starting rotation. Because literally no one can go in slot 1 against Gohan.
I'll handle this.
I mean, I guess it's like, it's mainly because I do the streams and like have fun doing like the grinding with everybody else in chat and stuff like that, but I would pick World Tournament over Festival every day of the week. But yeah, like, I'd have to do this, which I'm pretty sure pre-Super, like even on turn 1, like Goku's just going to get absolutely smacked up here, and I can't do anything about it. I'm excited for what's on Dokkan. Oh god. Yeah, that's... we just got absolutely smashed up. Yeah, I hope everything's okay at Blazer Dragon. It beats the eternal hell that's Android / Cell Sega / Red Zone Broly. I got lucky, I guess, because even with only being able to use AGL Cell lead, like, it only took me a couple of attempts with items, obviously. I'm not... no way I'm doing that. Like, attempting to do that with no items without, like, Android 16. Even with, like, Nightmare. I really needed Gogeta to dodge the super at the end, and he did not. But that's the thing, is this is really just a reflection of yet another, it's just another reason why Trunks' EZA is not great. Because, like, he's only on one 220 team. And that team isn't even good anymore. Oh, great. Trunks is in slot 7 as well, after all that. Yeah, that sounds kind of crazy. All social media, including YouTube, is banned in Australia for people under 16. That's kind of crazy. That's what VPNs are for, I guess, yeah. Imagine you're a successful teen or kid on YouTube. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Honestly, I don't think anyone under 16 should be on social media. I mean, I can see arguments why they shouldn't, really. Especially nowadays. I mean, it was always an issue with people, like, oversharing things and stuff like that. But now it's so much more... such a much bigger thing than it was. Like, the internet, like... do that, I guess. But yeah, it seems weird, like, I know, like, I guess to be fair, there are, like, comments section and stuff like that, but, like, YouTube is not even what I would consider, when you think, like, social media, I guess there is that, I guess it means any social aspect at all, which, like I said, YouTube does have, like, a comment section and stuff. Wow, Goku really needed to dodge the super from them, and he just didn't. Okay. Oh, right, and of course, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks still has, is still one of those events that has limited attempts per day. Amazing. Okay. Let's do it on the private server then. That's annoying. Yeah, temp limits are like the worst thing in this game. Especially in that exact scenario is why temp limits are so stupid. If you're going to bring out an EZA that's like going to be really difficult to use in an event where it needs to be like, depending on bad starting rotations, I need like multiple attempts. And we barely even got to see a rotation with Trunks on it because we got bad starting rotations so many times and stuff. Like, we have 3 premium units left in the year. Yeah, we got the Part 2 LR coming up in like a week or just under. Then we got the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest. I wonder how Trunks got past quality assurance testing. I know, right? Like how this is like the big meme that's been in Dokkan for years of people being like, do they even actually test these units before they like okay them to be released? And Trunks makes you feel like the answer to that is definitely no. Alright, well anyway, I was going to do this on the private, so I want to check out this guy. I guess I don't really want double Goku's first rotations, but okay. Everyone was clowning Dokkan on Twitter when they reminded you his EZA is up. Yeah. It's like, yeah, his EZA is out, by the way. It's like, oh yeah, we know. He's just not very good. So no one cares. Yeah, time limit on apps. It's probably a good idea. The thing is, there's always so many ways to get around everything, though, as well. Even if they put, like, age restrictions and time limits and all that kind of thing, there's always going to be people going to find ways to get around that kind of thing. But yeah, I guess it's because, like I was saying, like the internet being so much more advanced and like than it used to be. Like even when I was young and like when I first started, like when the internet was first a thing, like there wasn't as much depth as there was now. Like I remember even someone like playing like early PlayStation, like playing Final Fantasy 7. I remember having to like literally phone, because obviously we didn't have like smartphones then either. So it's like phoning one of my friends from school, phoning their house, and then being like, "Hey," because they're ahead of me on Final Fantasy 7, and just being like, "Hey, I'm stuck at this bit. Like, what am I supposed to do?" Because I think game FAQs exist, but there wasn't like YouTube walkthroughs for every single game that you could just go on and be like, skip ahead and find the bit you were at and be like, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. So now it's so easy to like fall into a rabbit hole of looking up different information or stuff about games or watching videos that you could quite easily just sit on the internet all day. Whereas like there wasn't as much to even really do back in the day. I just realised how much damage we've done in the first turn. I don't know if we can even, like... I mean, Gohan might not crit, but... Oh yeah, I remember dial-up internet. Okay, so turn 1, or well, it's turn 2, but turn 1 for this Trunks. Saiyan Lineage, Cold Judgment, Dismal Future with the Future Gohan. 240k defense start of turn. Which is not crazy, but obviously we want to try and pick up as many Rainbow Orbs as possible. Which is going to give him a lot of extra stats. And then he gets 200% extra if we get 12 or more ki when he attacks. We also, if he gets Rainbow Orb, as long as we get 1 Rainbow Orb. Like the amount of extra defense, he's one of those characters that makes it really annoying that you don't get to see the defense or anything like once the turn starts. Because he's got 400k defense now. And then when he attacks, because we've got all the Rainbow Orbs, when he attacks, he's going to get like 400% defense. So in theory, that should be 400% of this, because it's when attacking. So it's like 400k plus 400%, which immediately takes him to like 2 million defense. Plus he also is raising on his actual super attack effect. And because we got all the orbs, he has a 70% chance to dodge as well. Now that's if he even gets to attack, because Gohan might just kill them, which would be really annoying, but... Okay. Okay, yeah, Gohan shouldn't kill them here, even with the third super. $19.1 million. I mean, it's not terrible, I guess. And 20 on the additional. Got that decent crit chance as well, so got the crit, and then we got the dodge. It's pretty good. And then Future Gohan should finish them off here. Or not, because he didn't crit. And he took 823k, nice. Now, Future Gohan is obviously pretty outdated. Like, he's only on the team because he's one of the better link partners for that Trunks. That's going to be that Trunks' only real issue, is that he doesn't have, like, particularly good link partners. It's a shame he doesn't have any links with that Gohan or the Goku, considering that these are like his only two. I say only two. These are his two most meta relevant 220% leaders, and he doesn't share any links with them. It's kind of annoying. I mean, obviously, in a normal setup outside of we're doing a showcase, so, you know, it's different. But, like, he would be a floating slot 3 unit. Like, he wouldn't be on rotation. But, yeah, having no links active is pretty bad. Because, obviously, we would play out the turn like this normally. So these guys at least have a bunch of stuff going on. But, okay, we can't get 3 rainbow orbs here. We can get 2. Do we have any links with them? Okay. We have Saiyan lineage at least. Let's go. Let's try that then, I guess. Obviously, he gets the extra big defense buff from Goku doing his 18 key super as well, which is good. Two rainbow orbs is all we need for him to get the attack and defense buff as well from the when attacking. But yeah, see 14 million. It's quite a bit less if you're missing that last rainbow orb. And obviously you don't have support on this turn. You had the support from Future Gohan on the previous turn. I mean, that's what you want to see though, from like a floating free-to-play support unit, and he just dodged everything. So but unfortunately, in terms of like link partners, his best link partners are a bunch of like other bad like Trunks or Vegeta cards, which is obviously not really ideal. They're all just free to play Trunkses, or even like randomly the SSR versions of Trunkses, who obviously, because their base form is the SSR, and then they awaken into like Super Saiyan, so he links better with the base form one. I mean, he's got 4 links with the AGL Trunks that just Easy Aid, but obviously the AGL Trunks that just Easy Aid is not particularly good. So I need Goku to dodge. Well, that was the thing with like dial-up internet. It's like if someone picked up the phone, it was just making that weird, horrible noise like on the end of the phone. I remember like back in the day, plugging the Dreamcast was like the first console. I think it was literally the first one, was it? Probably not. I don't know. That could go online, and you literally, it didn't have like any kind of special adapter. Obviously, Wi-Fi like wasn't a thing then. You literally just plugged the phone cable into the back of the Dreamcast. Okay. God, we've got such low HP. I don't know. Well, I mean, as long as Goku keeps, like, actually dodging. But unfortunately, this is yet another rotation. We're using so many of the best units for, like, this kind of team setup. But just, like, none of them have links with Trunks. That is his absolute biggest issue by far, is that his link set is just not good for, like, the teams that he's on. Obviously, we're still working under the potential theory that the Part 2 LR is going to be a Trunks of some kind, which will probably help out this guy a lot. I can't get 3 rainbow orbs again, though. Okay, Goku getting the dodges. 13.2. Yeah, so with 2 rainbow orbs. It's not exactly hitting super hard. We are getting consistent crits though, which is good. But obviously the support that he's providing is good. 60% attack, 40% defense. It's just kind of annoying that I guess a lot of the units that you're potentially going to want to run him with, like on the Gohan, Goten and Trunks team, he'd be a good floating unit. Although it creates the same issue that we talked about with the AGL Trunks EZA, is that you're putting on a non-youth unit. So obviously that's going to affect Goten and Trunks' performance, like when they exchange. Caulifla with the Ki Blast Super, so we just get the counter. Right, so let's do this for you. What are these guys looking at? These guys haven't even had a chance to attack on the entire event, I think. So I'm just going to do this. And then... Oh, is it they can active because I'm on low HP? Might as well. It's not going to do a lot, I don't think, because, yeah, they haven't had any, like, build-up or anything. Just Gohan's active skill. Get a decent heal. I thought the hint was Super Vegeta. There hasn't been a hint, has there? There might be one today, but they haven't posted one, have they? I was looking up the Dokkan thing now. But yeah, there hasn't been a hint for part 2 Outlaw yet. All they've posted about is like the Trunks EZA, yeah, and then like the ESBR and stuff. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be Trunks related. Either a Trunks on his own or like a Trunks and Vegeta reversible exchange. And considering it's a Carnival LR, even though it's not the greatest thing, like the team needs it, I guess, is like them having like Android / Cell Saga 220 as a leader skill would be quite good, because that category is lacking in a lot of ways, and having like one overall leader that just gives the full leader skill I think would actually be quite good. But circle with a beam arrow going through it. I mean, that just sounds like the hint that they posted for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Buu Golden Week. Oh yeah, there is a thing about like Super Vegeta getting a Zenkai Awakening on Legends. Oh, I did not think that KO was going to super. Gohan probably dies to this. Yeah. Well, so I mean, Trunks is good, like good support. Like he did very well. He dodged basically everything, but like, yeah, he doesn't have links with anyone like on the team, which is kind of awkward. Do I have a Gohan, Goten and Trunks team made anywhere? Yeah. Can watch them drop LR Kid Boos for artificial life forms, yeah. I mean, I would like them to be on either the first turn or at least both those Trunkses be on the same turn. Be nice. '16's intro is so weird. I don't think it fits for like him at all. Yeah, Anto, how's it going? But yeah, shout out to everyone that's here for the stream. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I wasn't going to, funnily enough, I actually wasn't going to pin the second channel today because I'm not going to be doing a second channel stream until like at least next week by now. Because it's going to be World Tournament all weekend. So the next second channel stream is not going to be until Monday. So Kid Buu leads margin power. Yeah. Wow, they don't have any links. Are you kidding me? Wait, they have royal lineage though. Oh no, it's saying lineage. Oh wait, no, they aren't going to link because they are literally both Trunks, aren't they? Right, great. That's why the link tool thing says he links with the transformed version, because he doesn't link with the untransformed version. Right, so on the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks team, these guys can't link until the AGL1 transforms because they have the same name. Also, this is just a really bad starting rotation because obviously, like, AGL Trunks is not meant to be a slot 1 unit. Because in slot 1 he relies on the 50% chance to dodge. Which he didn't get, so... It's my favourite thing of all time when setting up like video stuff is like the unit that I want to showcase is in slot 7. Oh yeah, apparently, yeah, the PlayStation, the latest like trailer, or not trailer, like teaser post or like artwork for Resident Evil 9 shows shows Leon. Tala, you monster. Why would you want that? I think that would be fun and healthy for the game. Yeah. God, that would be... People would go insane if that happened. To see the world burn, yeah, exactly. I mean, just to really, like, really rub it in and really make everyone go absolutely insane, you just have to make it so that it's not only really hard, but the mission, one of the missions that gives you the big rewards is to do it with no items. 11th anniversary crossover. I mean, the anniversary will never be crossover stuff, unfortunately. My first time ever using Trunks, he did 2 attacks on the first turn and 3 on the second. Oof. That's like worst possible scenario. Like, as in, I think actually literally worse. Like, I don't think you can get worse than that. Alright, so we're trying him out on the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks team. Again, like, it's a bit of a weird setup because so many of the units on the team he doesn't actually link with, but he provides a lot of support to the team. Like, the 60% attack, 40% defense, pretty good for a team that can already look very, very strong. And, you know, I mean, his damage, whilst it's not great, it's not, like, nothing. Okay, he needs to dodge this. I was going to say double digits for the normal from type disadvantage is actually pretty good. But we got the 3 rainbow orbs, so that gives him the 70% dodge chance. I mean, obviously, the best hidden potential build for him is just going to be full dodge. And then the rest into additional. He has some built-in crit chance, and like as a support unit, he's not really there to do damage. So giving him crit in the hidden potential seems kind of pointless. You want him to be there to give the support and then to not take damage. So full dodge. And then just put whatever else you got into additional. Because if you can get the extra super, it's not really about the damage. It's more about the fact that he then is raising his defense. Well, we got super lucky with this rotation. Jeez. Although I need this Trunks to attack more if I want him to actually transform. So I'm going to kind of have to keep him here, really. Yeah, he's just stats. He really should have stacked defense. Yeah. Well, the Trunks EZA is just not great. And the fact that, yeah, they don't obviously link because they're both Trunks team. So we need to get this AGL Trunks to actually transform if we want him to link with this Int Trunks. Which he will be able to the next time around now, but... I'm just imagining a world where, like, you see a turn like this where he does all those attacks. Like, imagine a world where his EZA was just significantly better and all of those supers were, like, 25 to 30 mil plus. And he was getting, rather than dodge chance, was getting, like, damage reduction or something. Like, think about how much better he would be in that situation. Like... Let's just do this now. And yeah, but unfortunately the damage that he does do, especially again, remember, for him on the Gohan, Goten and Trunks team, he only gets the 170 lead. So the fact that his first super of the turn wasn't even 10 million is just so disappointing. There's the 3 rainbow orbs for Trunks. Yeah, these guys only having the 1 link with Trunks obviously does kind of hurt them as well in terms of like their damage. I think that's the only problem. The only thing I don't like about this Trunks is like his link set just doesn't work well with the teams that he's on. And it is similar to the AGL Trunks EZA that we were saying the other day when it comes to the Gohan, Goten and Trunks team, is you're putting him on the team instead of another youth character. So whilst he is providing support to everyone on the team, like the actual performance of Goten and Trunks once they come out is slightly worse than it would be if it was another youth unit on the team. But again, like if the Part 2 LR is a Trunks, there's definitely, and especially if the lead is like Android/Cell Saga, we could get a pretty good Android/Cell Saga team that is mostly Hybrid Saiyans. With this guy on there as a floating support, it could actually be pretty good. But that's in the hopes that Dokkan has actually planned this out well enough, because obviously the EZA, this video will be going up once the World Tournament has already started. So the EZA will be available just before the Part 2 LR comes out. Right, so I'm going to transform with you, float him off. I mean, he's not going to get a chance to attack because I should have done their active skill. I don't know why I didn't. Okay. I just hope we have 6 LRs for anniversary again. I mean, I very much hope that we don't. But I don't think that we will. I think it was a one-time thing for like the 11th anniversary, and baked into that the fact that they were giving one away for free. So it was only like 5 you had to summon. Whereas they're not going to do the giving away one for free again, I don't think. Maybe we get the tickets that we got for GDC with like the 44% chance ones. But yeah, like giving away a guaranteed one for free. Plus, it's like, I don't necessarily think it is the reason. Like, there could be a world where Dokkan did 6 LRs for the 10th anniversary and they were all really, really good. But the fact that they did 6 LRs and 2 of them weren't great, and if a lot of people say 3 of them weren't great because a lot of people don't like physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, it just makes it have that feel of like, don't do 6 LRs unless they're all going to be really, really good. Like, we might as well have just got 4 LRs and not had the Frieza and Goku or the Blue Evolution Vegeta. Alright, the extra bit of support and damage reduction is definitely good. Oof. And plus it just means there's more to pull. So if you're like free to play or a low spender, having 6 new characters to try and get instead of 4. Plus with the way the 6 worked, it was having the 2 new Carnival LRs on one banner. So imagine like being the biggest Super Saiyan 2 Gohan fan in the world, and then you do a summon on that banner, get a Goku Black Rift, but then you get Frieza and Goku instead. So yeah, I think they should just do 4 LRs, and hopefully all 4 of them will be really good. They get give us the 44% chance ticket thing. But yeah, Trunks definitely performs very, very well on these setups. Like, his individual performance is solid. He's got, like, not crazy damage, but he's got the dodge chance. He's giving good support. I think he's looked pretty good throughout these, like, clips. The issue is, like, making up the difference between him not linking very well with the team, but then he's giving a decent amount of support. Obviously, in this instance, like I said, we're showcasing him, so we're keeping him on rotation, which you wouldn't normally do. You'd just be floating him in slot 3, which means obviously the units that are in slot 1 and 2 would be linking well together, because obviously that's how you would build your rotations. Actually use the other Goten and Trunks active skill. I don't know if that Gohan can actually survive the super attack at the end, but I mean, he might not have to if these guys can just kill. Kale here, which they could. If it's 6, I hope it's a variety, like one from DB Saga, one from Sense. Well, the thing is, that's what the 10th anniversary was supposed to be, when they said it was like characters and stuff from all over Dragon Ball. And then obviously Dragon Ball Saga just got hugely like ignored for the most part. But yeah, I don't think they're going to do that again, like a 2nd anniversary in a row. But yeah, JP, well, JP will have a data download. Global might not necessarily, well, I guess we have to have one for the Part 2 LR. But JP has the big update for the rank update thing. So, but yeah, look at the damage from LR, Goten, and Trunks. Absolutely annihilating Kale. Hey, we've actually got some links active now. Look at this. But yeah, 200k start of turn defense. Pick up the orbs, hopefully. If we do this, can we drop down? Okay, I was hoping that other one would come down. We can get 2 rainbow orbs here. So that puts us to 319. We get 400%. I mean, the big thing with him is he's not going to be tanking big boss super attacks. But obviously, if you get the rainbow orbs, he has the dodge chance. Alright, what's their attack here? 55. Yeah, they celebrate all of Dragon Ball and have 3 of the characters be from one arc. Like, I liked that they included Daima with the EX and it was the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, even though he obviously wasn't particularly great. I think the 10th anniversary definitely was very good overall, but yeah, I definitely prefer 4 LRs to 6. Zero, let's go. Damage threshold bosses, you gotta love it. 21 mil. I mean, if he crits, I'm assuming he like does the damage threshold, but yeah, because this Trunks did and had a slightly lower attack stat. Yeah, double rotation of Trunks is doing like less than 20 mil attack. I mean, it's funny because the people were making jokes about the World Tournament Easy Awakening Trunks being better than this Trunks, but like arguably he is, because I would probably put him on the team as a 3rd slot floating unit on certain team setups that I wouldn't bother putting this AGL Trunks on, because you can't even really use him as a 3rd slot floating unit, because then you create more of those instances where he just doesn't get to attack because the boss dies before he gets to slot 3, so then he never gets to transform, and so then he just never does anything. Man, there's all those int orbs there and I can't get them. But yeah, I think overall he looks pretty good. He's done well on these couple of teams. His links are a bit weird because he doesn't... I don't know what the deal is with his link set. Like, Messenger from the Future, Saiyan Lineage, Cold Judgment, Royal Lineage, Z Fighters, Dismal Future, and of course the fact that he has Shattering the Limit instead of Fierce Battle because he's a World Tournament character. But I mean, considering how hit or miss the World Tournament cards can be, I feel like he's pretty good. 135 million for AGL. People don't talk about how good AGL Trunks and Goten Super Easy A is enough on this team. Like I said before, when I've used them, I've had runs where they dodge like every single attack and then they're doing damage like that. It's crazy. But there you go. That's the World Tournament Trunks. I think he's pretty good. Like I say, World Tournament cards have had a history of being very hit or miss, and this guy is actually decent, so we'll love to see that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the World Tournament Trunks down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Right. Dimet LRs for New Year's, Namek and Boo Saga with Freezer and Kid Boo for the 11th anniversary. I don't see it happening anymore, but like, people have been talking about the idea of like Dimer for New Year's, like LRs, like they did for Superhero. And I could kind of see it at one point, but I'm not sure. I need to rename those clips because I've got like a bunch of ones in between. So that's World Tournament in Trunks 2. Is it this one? Okay, so turn 1. Yeah, so that's World Tournament in Trunks 1. What was this one? Yeah, that was the attempts at the Gohan. It didn't go very well. Could be a DBZ celebration. I feel like Z villains / bosses could be a nice new category. Well, that's the thing. When I did that video on like the custom anniversary thing that someone made the other day, they included, like, they added the new categories like Z bosses and Z heroes as a thing. And I mentioned it in that video. That was just like, Z bosses as a category is basically just sworn enemies. Because Z bosses is literally just going to be Frieza, Cell, and Boo. Because of the way the bosses categories work. So like, the Z bosses being a category is essentially pointless. Take it easy, Blazer Dragon. I don't know why YouTube doesn't show my nickname. I don't know why that is a thing now. But it only does it on, like, it does it on my channel, but it doesn't do it on my second channel, so how does, I wonder if the, what's the update thing for it? Yeah, YouTube is transitioning from displaying channel names to unique @handles as the primary identifier in live chats. A planned change to reduce spam and improve tagging. Meaning you need to change or adjust your handle to something familiar, or you're seeing temporary test rollout where some channels use the names and others use the handles. But eventually all channels will be like this, so but yeah, it's so that people can't like impersonate you as well. Because people do that, right? It's like people will change their screen, they'll like change their name and their profile picture to like the same one as you, and then like go into someone's stream. and like pretend to be truth or tune or something. Like, whereas now you can't do that because it just shows your at, and you can't have the at somebody as the same one as somebody else. Whereas you can have the same screen name as someone else. So, just attempted heavenly events, failed miserably until I looked at my tickets and saw I had an SSR Force ticket. Has that Gohan on the list to redeem? Oh, what, the AGL Gohan is on the SSR Force ticket? This is like the old one or something, because oh, that's the Power Surge one. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had the SSR Force one. Oh, it's that one. Yeah, a bunch of LRs you don't really need. Yeah, Gohan's pretty good. I mean, out of all the units that are still meta relevant now, that Gohan probably is like the best choice out of all of the units on that list. Although this guy's EZA is actually really good, the Tech LR Trunks. Yeah, if it included the Z movies as well, and potentially even filler, that could be interesting. Yeah, heavenly events with the Gohan like leads is very, very easy, I think. So we're on stage 78. So what's stage 79? Will be the next one. We haven't had a normal Super Battle Road stage for ages, which is funny. Time limit. Okay, well that'll be super easy. Just like all the fusions and stuff. Oh yeah, I missed that. I meant to read it out, but Invisigal, Blonde Blazer, or Beef. I mean, best boy Beef. What do you mean? He'll never let you down. I want SBR units again. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing that they changed to just doing support memories and then like yeah, like support memories, and then the EZA is just like the ESBR is just medals to EZA the support memories. It's kind of disappointing. Yeah, I wanted to try out this like Gotenks team version of this, but I'm not sure how good this will be.
I'll handle this.
But yeah, the GT Heroes one was just an absolute wash. Like, they did not in any way attune the power of that stage to how ridiculously good Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is. Like, as long as you have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and like both your starting rotations were like a Gogeta on turn 1 and a Gogeta on turn 2, then you're all good. Like, Super Saiyan 3 anniversary would be awesome. Super Saiyan 3 doesn't get enough love. And unfortunately, with Heroes being gone, Heroes was like the only thing that was giving us Super Saiyan 3 stuff, because obviously the actual, if you think about the actual like main canon of the show, there's literally only two Super... Well, obviously now we have the Daima Vegeta, but there's only two Super Saiyan 3 characters, Goku and Gotenks. So without Heroes, I know I should have made that like an actual set team, because... I wonder if you could run this guy, because he can stun. There's only a medium chance, though. It's kind of... Although, what about this guy? Was he... No.
I'll handle this.
Because, yeah, like, you can literally only have Goku's and Trunks's, which is why it's cool that they even did crossover characters in the first place, of doing, like, Bardock and Broly, like... Yeah, this is exactly what I said about, like, rotations where you just have to rely on AGL, Goten, and Trunks to dodge. And then they didn't. That's why I talked about it in the video that I did for like the no items run, but like this is why I think that the double Gohan leads one is just so much easier, because not only are you not restricted to like, because some of these Gotenks units are characters that we wouldn't really want to be running on the team, but we just kind of have to because of the leader skill. Because, I mean, the Int Gotenks used to be quite good, especially after... At least after the first turn, when he transforms into Super Saiyan Gotenks and then has the stun chance. Like, that could be good, but unfortunately not at the moment. My pick for Game of the Year. Probably still is Expedition 33. I know it's nominated for like tons of stuff. Death Stranding 2 is like a close second, but like as much as that, I'd like that to win as well. Like, they both have reasons why I'd want them to win, because Death Stranding 2 is really good and I do like Hideo Kojima, but like I think there's a lot of reasons why Expedition 33 winning would be super cool, because it's made by a very small, like, new studio that just kind of came up out of nowhere and were like, hey, we've made this game and it's super good. But it is also just more of a funny, like more salt in the wound kind of thing, I guess, for like the whole thing with like Square, and obviously not having made a turn-based Final Fantasy for ages, and Square basically having said like, oh, people don't want turn-based RPGs anymore, and then Expedition 33 comes out and not only does really, really well, just in general, with like reviews and sold really well and all that kind of stuff, but then for it to go on and win Game of the Year, it would just be a real like big thing for like Square. Like, so really, people don't want turn-based RPGs anymore, huh? And then like a turn-based RPG came out and won Game of the Year, like. Like, that would just be so good. Because then, I mean, I don't know if that would then... I mean, maybe they've already thought about that, I don't know. But, like, imagine if, like... What would be really funny is just imagine if the next Final Fantasy comes out and is actually turn-based again. After all of that. Like, honestly, that would be awesome. But... Like, I wasn't a huge fan of the way they did the combat in the, like, Final Fantasy VII, like, remake thing. Man, Int Gotenks just literally cannot... Int Gotenks just cannot be used in this event, huh? Just absolutely wrecked. Expedition 33 is the best game this year. Dispatch, if it came out earlier in the year, I'd probably get it. I don't know, like, the thing about Dispatch is it's really, really good, but it's, man, it's just such a different kind of game, because it's one of those things, I don't want to say that it's not a game, because it is, but it is very much like, it's just like an interactive story. Like an interactive TV show, and like the game parts, like the whole like directing your heroes to go to the different like things and stuff like that is cool, but especially when the story starts getting really interesting, it almost feels like those bits, like, I don't want it to sound really negative, because I really, really enjoyed it, and like at some point, if I have the time free, because it takes like 8 hours to play the whole thing, it would be cool to do the other options and stuff again. I don't know if I will get a chance to do that, but like, sometimes it just feels like the dispatcher bits just kind of like get in the way of the story. It's like, I want to see the next bit of the story, like, and then it's like, oh, now I've got to sit and do this for like 20 minutes or whatever. But I say that, but it was still fun to do. Like, the dispatching stuff was still cool. And I like the fact that they actually built in a couple of the different dispatch sections were, like, very heavily influenced by the story. So, like, obviously there's the bit where the day that you're going to have to cut someone from the team, there's, like, the first dispatch bit. Like, all of the missions just fail. Like, everything just goes wrong because they keep sabotaging each other and stuff. Which is funny because it's, like, enhances that part of the story, even though it's kind of annoying for you as the dispatcher. And then obviously there's the one where it's like the dispatch session right after Chase goes to the hospital. And so, like, everybody's just really, like, it's all really somber and it's, like, raining and no one's, like, cracking jokes and, like, no one really says anything for a while. Like, and it kind of enhances that, like, impact of it. So, like, even that I think is really good, but like something like that is just a really enjoyable, like, interactive story, like trying to put that on the same level as games like Expedition 33 or Death Stranding 2 to say like which of these games is the best game of the year. I feel like it's really hard to put them in like the same category, because that's the thing, I said it before, like if Dispatch had just been an actual animated series like Invincible, like, I would have just watched it and very much enjoyed it, I'm sure. Like, it didn't matter to me that it was a game as the form of media. Like, it was still just really good overall. Whereas, like, a 1,000-hour, like, RPG is something a bit different. But yeah, if Expedition 33 doesn't win, hopefully it'll be Death Stranding 2. But... Alright, Go Tanks, 300k slot 1. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's hard to, like, phrase it exactly, because, like, I don't mean to say that, like, it gets in the way, because, like, it's fun, and, like, the bits of it, like I said, that go hand in hand with the story, I think work really well. But, like I say, if it was a series, like, you probably wouldn't have that in it at all. I mean, maybe there'd be some clips of, like, them going off and doing jobs and stuff, but, like, sometimes you just want to get to the next bit of the story. But they obviously, those bits are in there essentially to make it a game. Otherwise, you would just be watching cutscenes and then doing some QTEs, like... But yeah, Dispatch is really good. I definitely recommend it. Like, if you like superhero stuff, if you like Invincible, like, I would definitely recommend it. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it's hard to think of, like, something like that being Game of the Year instead of, like, Expedition 33. Oh, who's attacking at the end? Basically everyone. Great. Yeah, this Gotenks could probably get me killed at the end. Watch it somehow be DK Bonanza. But yeah, I mean, it's made, isn't it? It's either by some of the people that were involved in Wolf Among Us. I can't remember, but Wolf Among Us is really good. Those games are really good. Like the Telltale games. Wolf Among Us 2 is going to be like next year, I think, which I'm looking forward to because I really liked the first one. I'll probably replay the first one on the second channel, like right before the second one comes out, because I need a refresher on the story as well. But no, King Boo, how's it going? Yeah, Gotenks has to dodge everything. I mean, Goku can stun the SDR guy. Gohan stunned Garlic Jr. So it's only the physical one going to be attacking the Gotenks at the end anyway. Yeah, they will remember that. That's why it'll be interesting to see, like, Season 2 of Dispatch. Because obviously there's a couple of things that happen, like, right at the end. And then it obviously says, like, everyone will remember that and stuff. I really want them to drop new episodes of Dispatch over the coming year. It doesn't have to be a whole game. Could literally be like 6 months from now we get episode 9. And it's slice of life. I mean, I would rather, like, obviously, like, it would be good for them to just have the new one. Season 2 will take at least 3 or 4 years to come out to be as good as Season 1. Was it you that was saying, was it in like this late stream yesterday or something about like the fact that they are, because the first one has been so successful, which I don't know why they wouldn't expect it, but like unexpectedly been so successful, they've basically like dropped or paused some of the other projects that they were going to do to just immediately start working on Dispatch 2, which is probably a good idea. Hades 2 is good, but it's not Game of the Year. Yeah, I've not played the first one was on Game Pass, and I never got around to playing it. And then, funnily enough, when I went to play Magic with my friends, not the last time, I think it was like the time before, they were talking about Hades 2. They'd been playing it. But yeah, I never got around to it. Seven years it took. Okay, they pushed it back. It's supposed to come out 2023. Thinking about dropping everything for season 2. I mean, I get that would be the smart thing to do, I guess. Like, because it's been so popular, just go all in and get like season 2 done and out as ready as possible. Diablo 4 got a nomination. What, for Game of the Year, or just for like a different category? Because that's kind of crazy. I played it very briefly, like when it first came out, and it was fun to play, like co-op with my friends that also had it. But like very, very quickly, I remembered why I always get bored of Diablo games, and those games that are exactly like that, because it's just like it's just grinding for the sake of grinding. Like once you've played through the story, and the story was kind of cool, and like seeing some of the different locations and stuff, and the level design is pretty cool. And then once you get to the end, and like you get to the like end game, then it's just like the game is just grinding for grinding's sake. It's like you grind a dungeon of like a specific difficulty so you can upgrade all of your gear, so you can now play a harder dungeon which will give you better gear, so you can now play another harder dungeon so you can get better gear, and it's just like rinse and repeat. Like I've already made the same money they predicted they would make in 3 years. Okay, well. I know, I saw streamers who aren't even known for gaming push out Dispatch content. I mean, that's the thing, because it is like an interactive TV show. So anyone that does anything to do with like superhero stuff or cartoons or anything like that, like arguably would enjoy it, or would play, or could like play it for their content or whatever. Like, it just is one of those. Oh, this is such a bad rotation for Gotenks. I'd have to do this, which I don't really want Glorio in slot 2, but I was just saying they couldn't predict the majority of people would pick him as a gal. I really thought it would be 50-50. I think I was surprised how 50-50 some of the choices were, to be honest. But I'll be streaming your catching. So I know where's Lucky Go, take it easy. But yeah, I kind of also made the mistake with Diablo 4 where I ran like I did a bunch of like co-op like play with one of my friends who was super far ahead, like, and so I was jumping into dungeons that were way too hard for me. Like all the enemies would one-shot me and I could do no damage to them. But all I had to do was follow, like, not too far behind him. And for him, the dungeon difficulty, he'd just be wiping out everything. And then I would level up a whole bunch. But, like, wasn't really doing anything. So it's kind of not necessarily the most fun way to play it. I was more so just playing it for the co-op aspect anyway. Just, like, being in the party with my friends and chatting to them and stuff, like... And it was fun for a bit, like when it came out, but... Oh, I think the big thing was when we found out that like the new season which was going to like reset everything or something, and then I just couldn't be bothered at that point. Now, wasn't it something like you get to keep your character at the level that they were for like, as like a legacy character or something, but like for the new season you'd have to start all over again with like level 1, and I just couldn't be bothered with that. I don't know how it actually worked in the end in practice, but like after hearing about it, the season thing, I just couldn't be bothered to play it anymore. Good old Diablo 2 LAN parties. I remember the time we had a LAN party at my friend's house and we're all playing Age of Empires. That was funny. Right, you need to stun you. Yeah, we'd like all had like computers or laptops like sat around this dining room table. There was like 6 of us. And I think the game took like 11 hours or something. Yeah, I played Diablo 3 a little bit when it came out. On the Xbox, I think. Because I really liked the first and second one, like back in the day. Like Diablo 2 was one of the early like PC games that we had. At this point, I'm really thinking a lot to delete Dragon Ball Legends. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people complaining about Legends recently. Like, and I say recently, I mean like in the last year. There seems to be lots of things that the game is not doing well. Active skill, get rid of that guy's attack. But yeah, it feels like, I mean, I know Dokkan can be like that sometimes with like the social media side, but it just feels like I only ever see people complaining about Legends now. Free-to-play supporters. Punishing your older fan base to give new players an advantage. Punish the whales. Wait, really? Because, yeah, I mean, that all sounds quite terrible. The only DBZ app game I don't play is Squadra. Yeah, I kind of lost interest in it fairly quickly. If I had, like, a dedicated team of people to play it with, like, regularly, I guess, it would be fine. But... Part 2 LR should be next week at some point. 15th or 16th, maybe? Yeah, I think Gotenks is basically invincible against the Cell Juniors anyway, isn't he? Because they all have Ki Blast super attacks. Are you actually kidding me?
I'll handle this.
I think punishing older players because we have 6 to 7 years worth of resources is fair. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm intrigued about what this update is, if it's supposedly punishing older players. It seems weird. Yeah, I was going to say, it's Dragon Ball Fortnite, even though the game is nothing like Fortnite. It's Dragon Ball League of Legends, or there's that, what was it, Pokemon Unite, or other MOBA games, I can't remember. Yeah, Dota is one as well. But yeah, imagine that being your run on this stage. Like, Gohan's the only good slot 1 unit for this event. But if he gets double supered in slot 1, you just die. It is crazy, though, to think that we're going to potentially, at this point now, get to the end of the year and there's still no news or potential, like, information about actually getting the Heroes EZAs. But yeah, that's the thing, because I don't play Legends, so even if I see the posts, I don't really understand what any of it means. Yeah, Heroes was forgotten. Sorry for the creators of Dispatch and Expedition 33, because they probably receive a lot of hate when their next project come out. Nearly impossible to capture lightning in a bottle twice. I mean, that is technically true, I guess, but like, I think it depends. I suppose it's always hard when a game is like really, really good. The sequel could be really good, but people consider, even though it is good, it's not as good as the first one. But I don't know, because I mean, I guess it depends what they've got planned, but... Because we know that they said about Expedition 33 not being the only, like, Claire obscure game that they have planned. It just depends, I guess, what... Because that's the other thing, it could be a very different kind of game, and then people would already be, like, disappointed, I guess. Basically limiting the amount of refreshes we have for the shop where you level up the supporter just because new players can't max it out day one like older players. Okay, interesting. It's like having a Dragonstone shop in Dokkan where you use Dragonstones to buy stuff. Well, that's the thing. I'm kind of hoping that it's not like completely different stories because obviously they still leave a lot of things to be like questioned and like stuff I really want to know about from like the end of Expedition 33. Because we obviously the main thing is all about like the artists or like the painters, but then they talk about the writers and like their war in like the real world and how that's kind of like shaped everything. I want to know more stuff about all of them and what's going on there. Like, even if it is different characters, even if it takes like goes to a different point in like the timeline or something. I want to know more about that stuff. Because yeah, even if we don't go back to the same characters again. I mean, I can get the idea of like them trying to do something that makes it like more fair and balanced for new players, I guess. But But yeah, that sounds annoying. Like a new thing comes out and you literally can't max it out, even if you have the resources and stuff to do so. They just put like a cap on it. It's weird. Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing, right? Because it's PvP. I guess they're trying to like give the newer players that little bit more of a chance, because if you jump into PvP and everyone just has all the newest stuff like maxed out, then it becomes very difficult for you to actually do anything. But unfortunately, it's kind of like that just is what it is when it comes to PvP games. The title of Goresh's video for the Legends debacle is the stupidest thing I've seen Legends do. Yeah, I think I saw his post of it, like when he posted it. So, nothing worse than getting universal praise for your first game. It's a bit of a risk for the company to then drop triple the budget to get a sequel out and it's not liked. I mean, I guess it's just one of those things. As long as they've got an idea already, I'm sure they already do. Like, they already have the ideas planned out in advance for how they're going to follow up the first game. I guess you just kind of have to put that little bit of faith in the team, like, that made the first game that was so good, that, like, the thing that they have planned to do as the follow-up is also going to be good. It's like about the team having certain skills and stuff, because it's like you said when we watched the very first, like when we very first started the game, the fact that it's well written, like the dialogue didn't feel weird and corny and stuff like that. Those same people are the people that are then going to be writing like the next one. So hopefully, you know, they write the next one just as well as they wrote that one. And we just kind of have to hope that they got it in the bag again. Like, that's the thing. Sequels aren't necessarily always bad. Like, Dark Souls 3 is the best Dark Souls game out of the trilogy. A lot of the time, it gives like sequels give them opportunities to work out like kinks in the system and everything. Like Dark Souls 1 was very, very ambitious, but like the multiplayer could be very shaky at times. Obviously the graphics and everything improved over time. I mean, when it comes to something like Dispatch 2 or Expedition 33 2, obviously I know that's not what it'd be called, things like visuals and stuff aren't really important. Like the sequel to Expedition 33 could be the exact same engine and the exact same graphics and it would still be fine. Like, alright, so if you stun you, and then you stun you, hopefully. Do that. I want to see if Miyazaki has been cooking up something. Hope there's a FromSoft game announcement. Can't live without poison swamps, frozen areas, dark places, and archers shooting you off of things. Yeah, like Elden Ring was obviously great. The DLC was pretty good. It was really hard, but it was pretty good. I guess it's one of those things. Dark Souls itself as a trilogy, like, kind of wrapped up the story. It was meant to be like the 3 games, the 3 ages, but I kind of would love to see a Dark Souls 4, but only if it's good. Like Bloodborne remaster or Bloodborne 2 would be cool as well, but I miss having a new one of those games. Like Souls games are just so good. Starting out and getting those first few levels and struggling a bit in the early areas until you start leveling up a bit more, and then like starting to really like put your build together and stuff like that. Like, I love those games so much, and the difficult aspect I still do enjoy. And it's very different. I know it's like very different for everyone. Like, not everybody enjoys games being super difficult, which is fair. But man, I just want I want another really good, like really hard Dark Souls game. Kind of want Sekiro too. Yeah. See, funnily enough, back when it first came out and I first played it, I really liked Devil May Cry 2. Three was definitely better, but yeah, I know people now, it's like a big meme that 2 is terrible and everyone hates it, but yeah, same with like Dark Souls 2. It's funny to think that like Dark Souls 2 is considered like the bad one, and it's like a huge meme that like a lot of Dark Souls fans don't like it at all. And it took a long time. It took for the DLC, where they kind of not only added some stuff, but they changed some stuff around and made it a little bit better in a couple of different ways. Like, it wasn't until the DLC, the Scholar of the First Sin, that like 2 became... I don't want to say good, as if it like wasn't good at all, but like I remember, because I got into Dark Souls 1 like late, because it had already been out for probably years. I actually didn't play Dark Souls 1 until there was like an Xbox 360 deal where it was like £3 something. And I'd heard of it, and I knew it was that game. I'd heard of it, of the game where like loads of people just quit early on because it was really hard. So because it was like £3.50 on sale on 360, I got it, and I really enjoyed it, and I convinced at least one of my other friends to get it, and then literally like a month or 2 later it became the like Xbox Game with Gold thing. So if you had Xbox Gold, it was free. So then I convinced another couple of other people to download it, and we did some co-op and stuff. So I got really into it like after it had originally released. And then, yeah, when Dark Souls 2 came out, I literally had finished a night shift at work, got home just after 7, stayed up for another like hour and 40 minutes or whatever to get to 9 o'clock, to then go into town and buy Dark Souls 2, like on release. Went home, and then, yeah, literally I played it for like a day or so and was like, oh, I don't really like this. Like, because it was so different to the first one. And so I think I like got rid of it. I might have returned it even. And then, yeah, I didn't give it another try for like years. I think I'd started watching a YouTuber that was doing some Souls stuff, and I started watching their playthrough of Dark Souls 2, but like with the DLC. And obviously I got to see a whole bunch of stuff and areas and things that I'd never seen when I played it. And I was like, oh, okay, this is actually like, there are some parts of this that are actually pretty cool. And so I decided to give it another chance, and then I completed it through with a character, and then I think I did it again with like a different build, so I ended up playing it quite a lot after that. But yeah, when I initially played it, the day it came out, I didn't like it. And I was very disappointed, because I really wanted to like it, and I like really tried to like it, but I was like, yeah, and like I have a newfound appreciation for it now, and like some of the stuff they tried, and like some of the stuff they tried to do differently, but it's definitely some odd decisions. I really don't like the way the backstabs and like the parries and stuff work in the second one compared to the first one. But overall, 2 is still very good. What would you like to see for Dispatch 2? Anything you want to see explored more? Not sure really. It's kind of hard to say like where would be the best place to go for the story from there. Just more character investigate, I guess, just more character stuff. It's kind of, they've already kind of closed off all the arcs, right? Like the Z team have come together as a team, like characters have had their redemption, like Robert can be Mecha Man again, like the main villain, his main villain, and also the guy that, I mean, he was threatening the entire city, is gone. So, I mean, it just has to be a whole new story, which hopefully will be something interesting. And then, yeah, just more character development and stuff, I guess. But oh, yeah, I'll be getting the new Resident Evil for sure. Yeah, Resident Evil Requiem. We'll be getting that. We'll be playing that on the second channel. That should be good. Alright, well, anyway, there we go. We managed to get that done again, finally. And that's perfect timing to wrap up the stream. So that is going to be it for the stream for today. There's no late stream tonight, so we will be kicking things off tomorrow, 4 p.m. UK time. So basically like 6 hours from now, but tomorrow. So what, 30 hours from now? The World Tournament Weekend special event will be starting again. World Tournament Weekend Subathon. We will be live, depending on whether we hit the goals and stuff. We'll be grinding the World Tournament potentially 8 hours tomorrow. So, and they did post the teaser. Okay, of course they did. Oh, they've literally just posted a thing that says 16th of December. And it has the line through it that looks like the Trunks cutting Frieza in half, so it probably is that. Alright, well, there we go. So that is going to be it for the stream. I appreciate you guys coming out. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, give a follow on the Twitch side, all that good stuff. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.